Welcome to TiECON 2016 at Chandigarh. We are with an entrepreneur from Chandigarh, and he's a guy who is in the business since last 11 years. This man has acquired companies from Sweden, London, Jordan, like places you even can't think of. And he hasn't raised funding. So all the entrepreneurs we generally talk to, they tell how do they get funded and how do they acquire and do these stuff. But here is a man sitting in front of me from Chandigarh, from a city which people say is a laid back city. But here is a man who has made it here and is doing wonders. The man in front of me is Anuj Aggarwal. So, can you tell us a bit about your entrepreneurship journey and how do you manage to scale up and you acquire companies? How did you do it? Especially in a city like Chandigarh.
So before starting in Chandigarh, we started in Delhi, but in 4 months we couldn't do anything over there, and we felt that even after 20 years we will not be able to make any mark here. So we decided to shift to Chandigarh, and we started here. We started with non-technical stuff and did a lot of businesses there. In 2005, eventually we got into the technology domain. Altruist technologies we started. So then the thing started moving, and all the experience of earlier businesses came very handy. Though we are not from the business background, as in our parents are not from business, but the whole uncles were there in the business, and we helped them a lot during our childhood time. So that experience has helped us a lot in doing this business, and we never felt it difficult, or we didn't.
So your parents are teachers, right?
Yeah,
Your parents
yeah,
were teachers.
yeah.
So transitioning is a very different thing.
Yeah. So transitioning in the sense, if you see the cash flows at the entrepreneurs' home are much different than a salary.
Get a salary home. Yeah, I can
So
understand.
at that front, we faced a lot of differences.
Right.
But on the business side, we didn't face any challenges
Okay,
because we had helped our uncles a lot in their business. So
Right.
we had the first hand experience with them.
So I have got two questions
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
The first is this: that do you think it's important for a company to get funded to survive? You have, your life is an example that it is not. But so how you survive? This is my first question. And my second question is this: that how important is technology for the new companies? Is it a buzzword, or because everyone is making apps and apps and apps these days? Do you think the next revolution is the present revolution is going to be the digital revolution, the technological revolution? Are we in a fourth wave of a revolution? That would be, I would ask.
Okay, so coming to the first question, the funding part, right? So I don't think funding is required for a genuine business, in the sense when the basics of your business are strong, in the sense you are doing all the deals which will give a certain profitability, which can fund your growth, and you are not in a hurry to scale up immediately, right? So if you are contented enough and you give time to the business, in the sense that you are not in a hurry that you have to be a unicorn in 2 years time, right? Then I don't think funding. Yes, funding is required if there is a competition doing the same business. There is a huge competition and you are bleeding. You want to invest a lot in the business. You want to make it. If the fight is that only one of the 10 will survive, then funding is the only deciding factor, right? But if your business is based on the basics, that it's a profitable, each and every transaction is mapped on profitability, then funding is not a constraint. Yeah. The second is the technology thing.
Yeah.
Again, it depends on the kind of business you are. It depends on the person, right? If a person who is a non-tech, who doesn't understand technology, just because the whole wave is of technology and apps is going on, gets into it doesn't make sense for him, right? The first person has to analyze that what is his skill set. He needs to do his SWOT analysis of his, right? Where he needs to list down his strengths, his weaknesses, what are the opportunities in front of him, and what are the threats along with those opportunities.
That's a very interesting answer. So as we have been interviewing people, everyone said that without technology you cannot be in business, and you are saying a very contrarian statement that if it's just not compulsorily to be in a tech domain, and you stand by the statement, right?
Yeah. So it all depends on the person and the business, right?
the business.
Yeah. So if there is a businessman, a retailer, a startup retailer
Right.
who has just opened a shop in a locality, right?
Mhm.
What will he do with the technology, right?
Right.
So if there is a salesperson from the technology side, he would surely sell him cloud and everything, an app, but that is not required. What
Do you
is
think disruption is possible in those models too? Even if because lot many things are being done on ground. Do you think this disruption is possible in those
So
models too?
disruption is possible everywhere. Technology can disrupt everything,
Right.
but to the businesses which are strong on basics, which are strong on the requirement, who have the clarity, who is the target segment, who is the what is the kind of requirement they have,
Right.
then I don't think there is any danger to them if the
Right.
person puts in hard work and is having clear vision to it.
Interesting
Right?
perspective.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yesterday we saw a launch of your recent app that you have launched. It is called Bubbly, I guess, and you acquired this company from Singapore, I guess, in the 2014,
Right.
and now you are opening it to India, and it's a B2B2C model. Can you explain to people what Bubbly is, what it does, and what's your vision behind it?
So, Bubbly is a product which has been rated number 3 by Forbes.
Number three by four.
Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
for on the social media front, and so the product is very very good in the sense, and so we thought that let's use it more aggressively rather than just restricting it to B2C. The struggle with the B2C is that you need to get content also, and then you have to find the consumers also. So if we can tie up with enterprises and make this model B2B2C, then if we just do one tie-up, we get both the content which will be uploaded by the enterprises and the consumer. So the whole deal is packaged like that. So we changed the product, and now the product can deliver a customized app for each enterprise in flat 10 minutes, right?
Flat 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Punjabi University, Riat, Bahara, Shri Guru Granth Sahib University, all these have become our clients in flat 2 months time, and they are using this to interact with between teachers interacting with the students over
So
there.
how many people are there on your app as of now?
So around a million.
Around a million.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And what's your vision behind it? Where do you see it going?
So it should become a de facto product, at least in the education domain.
That's your vision.
That's the vision.
Amazing,
So, yeah,
amazing,
yeah.
amazing. So you have got some amazing insights. And if people want to connect with you, how do they connect with you? Do you stay aloof as a CEO, or are you open to answering people's queries and guiding them?
So, personally, me and the whole organization is very, very open,
Okay.
right? Nobody waits in our reception more than 5 minutes, right?
Wow.
That's a rule. That's a rule over there. So anybody can approach me on LinkedIn. I'm very active there, and feel free, right? I've kept especially the Saturdays and Sundays for mentoring only.
mentoring people.
Yeah, so people come to me and we have a chat along the walk, right? And we do discuss a lot of business ideas with them.
Amazing. So you heard the story of an entrepreneur who said that no, I don't need funding. He could build it himself, and who made it in the land of in Chandigarh, where people say startups can't be built. So you know that if you are the right person, you can build anything on the moon too. You have to be the right person with the right passion, with the right idea. Know your customer and do your stuff well. Thank you, Anuj. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
एक फोटो